one of the most amazing plays in the history of the NBA playoffs went down last night, and that is a fact. When you include the fact that it happened and no time was left on the clock after the ball goes through the basket, normally that does mean that's a buzzer beater. And usually you do save one of the greatest plays in the history of the NBA playoffs for something that's maybe in the NBA Finals or something like that. But what a play last night with 0.9 seconds left on the clock. Jay Crowder of the Suns inbounding the ball from just to the left of the basket. It was unbelievable that he looped it up in the air, and Deandre Ayton was right there to jam it through the hole. And so I've looked at this play over and over and over again from so many different angles. And if Ayton was not there to put the ball in the basket, I think Jay Crowder would have put the ball in the basket. I think it was literally getting set to go through the rim and through the hole all by himself from inbounding the ball, and then the angle from just to his left. So it was to, again, when I say it's the left of the basket, it's looking at the basket. It was from the left corner, the angle, so it's to Crowder's right. And the angle of Crowder throwing the ball to Ayton, he damn near almost hit the side of the backboard. It was that perfect a looping arc from inbounding the ball. And the other amazing aspect about this, too, looking at it again, in what is now called, I think our friend from Turner Sports, Matt Weiner, was the first one, at least that I saw on my Twitter feed, calling it the Valley Oop play.
Amazing.
That the most amazing part about it was that Ayton had, I guess, a neck up, a head up on Zubac, who was trying to defend the play, because Devin Booker screened Zubac enough, got him off his game enough to give Ayton a much clearer path to putting a hand on the ball, which he had to do, which I'll get to in a second. And the fact that Booker, Van Gundy called it out too, the fact that Booker put his body in the way of anybody, let alone somebody the size of Zubac. When he came back in the game last night looking like Jake LaMotta from Raging Bull, like literally he looked like him. I tweeted that out.
Yeah.
The minute he came back in the game with gauze stuck up in either nostril, because it looks like, and maybe you can keep an eye on this, it looks like he's got a broken nose.
That's what it looked like to me.
A fractured face. So he's going to probably wear one of those see-through masks the rest of the way as long as the Suns are still in this. Put it all together. That was one of the most amazing executions of one of the more savvy coaching calls by Monty Williams that you will see, because as the Suns know, although Williams wasn't the head coach then, 4 years ago, Booker was on the floor for when they attempted a similar inbounds to the hole. It was Tyson Chandler was the one who jammed it through the rim 4 years ago. And we're showing that play against Memphis on our screen right now for our radio listeners. The rule is that if a ball is put over the cylinder and it's not going to count because of from where the ball was thrown towards the cylinder, there's no such thing as goaltending. So you can put your hand above the cylinder and jam it through. Now, under what circumstances will a ball launched towards the rim not be considered, as it's being launched, a shot that would count?
Right.
When it's inbounded.
Right.
Obviously, if you're launching anything towards the rim from the floor, but if you're taking it from the perimeter, from out of bounds and putting it in play, you can goaltend. So every single Clipper that was giving the international symbol of goaltending, including Rondo, was screaming, that's not going to count at Devin Booker. Booker's like, yeah, 4 years ago, we know it.
We know it counts.
We know it counts. Dwight Howard and the Magic attempted it in 2010 successfully. It's been around for a while. Monty Williams knew it. They had it in their arsenal. Let's call it. Let's do it. You could even hear the NBA TV Twitter account had Monty Williams mic'd up telling DeAndre Ayton and the rest of the Suns in the timeout huddle and circle, DeAndre, you have to put a hand on it. You will have to actually put it in the net when Jay throws it up there. If he throws it up there, you have to put it in the net because he knows Crowder can't put it in the net himself from out of bounds. It has to be touched by a member of the Suns. Amazing.
And Van Gundy was all over it, too. He knew the rule. He was explaining it in real time, which was really important because I'm sure a lot of people at home were really confused.
No doubt about it. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.